have been editing for hours and I am hungry. You know what I could go for? McDonald's. Beep, bop, boop. Thank you. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Talk about an unhappy meal. Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation. The 5 points I discuss are packaging, presentation, posability, playability, and price. I'm Jason, and for the month of January, we're gonna spotlight Batman's arch nemesis, the clown prince of crime, the Joker. Today, we're going to look at a bootleg of the clown prince of crime as a different clown who's probably killed a lot more people, Ronald McDonald. Starting off with the packaging, and I'm loving it. Oh yeah, you know what you're in for. As you can see, they took the NECA box and kinda McDonald's it up. I guess this is supposed to be written in ketchup. The bootleg had the good sense to remove the company branding, but the real difference, and dare I say magic, is on the back. Looking at the text, and it's the same between the two figures, but while NECA's box understandably has product shots of its own figure, the bootleg went the extra mile to substitute those pictures with pictures of Ronald McDonald Joker. What's even more interesting is that this is clearly a 1/6 scale figure and has a soft goods costume. The other thing that really surprised me was the UPC code. At first I thought they just copied the NECA one, but no, it's completely unique. There might be some place in the world where you could actually buy this. For packaging, I'm giving Ronald McJoker 1 whole point. Moving on to presentation, and I've not been able to get him to stay on his feet without the use of a figure stand. That's not a terribly good sign. Either way, the McJoker stands at 6.5 inches. The sculpt is the exact same as the NECA ones. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about that, but from the top we can definitely say a lot about the paint job. The crazy eyes are a nice touch. Look at me! I want to cooperate if you could just please look straight! All joking aside, and I actually like how the white grease paint is applied to the bootleg more than the original. The rest of the makeup is a little bit rougher, and it is so weird to see the Joker with red hair. Moving on down to the body, and we can see the Ronald McDonald color scheme. The tie's a vibrant red, and they unfortunately painted the rest of the shirt underneath. It's actually kind of surprising because the rest of the paintwork is more or less on point. The coat's obviously cast in this orangey plastic, but they did go the extra mile of painting the lapels. It really helps them to pop. Additionally, they went in and painted the buttons on the vest, and even the trim on his vest pockets. Again, this is a surprising amount of attention to detail. They even went the extra mile to give him his chain. Moving all the way down to the feet, and these clown shoes actually might be my favorite part. The feet are so big that I thought that they might have been new, but no. Heath Ledger's Joker just had really big feet. And again, they even went in and painted the shoelaces yellow, just like the real Ronald McDonald. The eyes might be crooked and the shirt a bit sloppy, but otherwise, this is way nicer than it has to be. For a presentation, I'm giving the McJoker 1 whole point. Moving on to posability, and you know how McDonald's says you deserve a break today? Well, I'm hoping that doesn't happen here. That may not be a vat of acid from Ace Chemicals, but I'm not taking any chances. From the top, and the head's on a dumbbell joint, you can actually kind of see it in there. Not a whole lot of up because of the hair, but he can definitely bury the chin. Also gets a great amount of tilt, and all the way around. What do you mean we don't have the McDLT? I'm going to be very ginger with this, but he has swivel hinge shoulders. They raise up about 45 degrees without fighting me, and that is plenty enough. Moving on down, he's got swivel hinge elbows. I cannot get this one to flex, and I am not going to force it. And then all the way at the end of the arm, and I will say that the hands have a tendency of falling off, but it does give us an opportunity to see the peg we're working with. It's a dumbbell joint, and they just kind of float around in there. The original NECA figure has a small amount of rotation in the waist, but Ronald McJoker, not at all. Below the waist, and we can see that his hips are kind of a ratchet system, similar to McFarlane toys. Again, this one's a little bit iffy, and I'm not going to push it, but this one can sideways step this far, and kick out this far. It's also worth noting that the barbell runs between both hips, so whatever you do to one affects the other. Moving on down, and he has single jointed swivel knees, and again, this side is fighting me, so I'm not going to force it. Unfortunately, when you bend the knee, you do get some paint chipping, but thanks to the trench coat, you really don't notice. And moving all the way down to his big old clown shoes, his feet are also on barbell joints. They've got a little bit of hinge, a little bit of swivel, and pivot. This is the part of the video that I was the most anxious about, and you didn't disappoint. Obviously, with the bootleg situation, each individual figure is going to be a little bit different. Mine, for example, has a real problem with the joints on the right side of his body, probably because the Joker's on the wrong side of the law. Ugh. Having a bootleg is kind of like having a gremlin. I can't promise things won't go wrong, but as long as you follow the rules, you should be okay. And hey, he doesn't need a figure stand anymore, so there's that. For posability, I'm giving this Joker 1/2 point. Before we continue, just a quick reminder that we are giving away a free DC Multiverse 3 Jokers comedian figure to one lucky subscriber. For all the rules and how to enter, watch this video on the Mortal Kombat 11 Joker, which you'll be able to click at the end of this video. Moving on to playability, and they even recolored the weapons that the Joker came with to make them McDonald's style. That includes this pistol, his knife, and this bad boy for putting all the ketchup on the burgers. And if that wasn't enough, he even comes with a whole new hand that the original did not have so that he can hold even more weapons, including this, and a couple of grenades. And if all of that wasn't enough, he comes with french fries, a double quarter pounder, and a drink. And can I just say how much I adore the fact that they not only included the golden arches, but also the little trademark logo next to it, even the cup. Because if there is one thing that bootleggers are notoriously famous for, it's honoring international copyright and trademark law. All joking aside, the straw is actually see-through, which is really impressive. And if you look inside, you can kind of see the ice cubes. And of course, his extra wide hand is perfect for holding his extra large drink. He can also hold the fries. And the burger, while you can do it, takes a little bit of extra work. Do you know why I use a knife? Because eating a burger with your hands is just too messy. But playability is more than just accessories, it's also about how well your figure plays with others. So here he is with the official NECA version. Obviously this figure is superior in every way and is honestly I think one of the best Joker figures ever made, but you can't deny that this is just plain fun. Why so serious? Although not the correct suit, here he is with a Christian Bale Batman. Why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? You're one of my best customers. Exactly. Have you seen the nutritional information of your food? And rounding out the NECA Batman figures, here we have Harley Quinn from Arkham City, and hey, bootleggers, I kinda have a request. Look, I know I shouldn't encourage bootlegging because it's wrong, but hear me out. If you happen to have access to this mold, could you maybe turn her into Wendy? She's already got the pigtails, all you gotta do is paint them red. As for the costume, just switch out the red and black for white and blue. And just look at all of this dead space in her tray. You've already got the molds, just make them Wendy's. For one more Harley Quinn comparison, here he is with the DC Multiverse King Shark Wave. And since this is a bootleg, I don't want to go too crazy with the comparisons, but here he is with a few other versions of the Joker, and a few versions of Batman. For another junk food aficionado, here he is with Peter B. Parker from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And yes, he can hold the McDonald's accessories. And don't forget, you can swap that hand out with other Marvel legends. This burger is so good. I love to see you smile. For a relative scale comparison, here he is with Pizza Spidey and the Spectacular Spider-Man, and of course, here he is with Stealth Iron Man. Hey, are you gonna finish that? For all the laughs and all the accessories, it should go without saying that for playability, I'm giving this Joker 1 whole point. This leaves us with nothing left to discuss but the price. I picked up this Mick Joker on eBay for $24, which for everything that you're getting is honestly a better value than dinner for 2 at McDonald's. Keep in mind that this is a bootleg, so it will vary in quality from item to item. Just because I've had a good experience doesn't necessarily mean that you will. Just like a McDonald's ice cream machine, there's a 50-50 shot it might be broken, but at just $24, treat it like an Egg McMuffin and get one before it's too late. For price, I'm giving this bootleg 1 whole point for a grand total of 4.5 out of 5. For more bootleg content, check out this video on some Marvel Select Zombies, or check out this video on the Mortal Kombat 11 Joker and find out how you can enter to win a free DC Multiverse 3 Jokers Comedian. I'll be back again real soon, but until then, play nice and have fun.